Is this your situation or has it been at some point? You're not even in the same room right now with your husband, right? Your husband, he's in his office, on the phone, or stretched out on the couch watching TV, maybe scrolling. You? You're in the kids' room, picking up clothes or sitting on the bed, maybe folding clothes, maybe phone in hand, scrolling yourself, maybe watching something on television. Same house, same night, same evening, but no overlap, no tension, no argument, but just two people living side by side instead of with each other. Does this sound familiar? Has this or is this your reality? And even if it isn't your exact situation, I want you to stay with me because the pattern I've just described, we're about to talk about this in on the video as you're watching because it shows up in so many marriages, often quietly. Now, let me say this because I think there could be a tendency as you watch this, and I could imagine you may have the thought that this video, I'm defending husbands. But I want to reassure you, dear wife, that I'm not. That's not in any way the purpose of what you're going to watch and listen to. What it is, on the contrary, is I'm helping you understand what's happening so you can get the closeness you're longing for. See, understanding isn't letting him off the hook, it's how you get your footing back. It's how you're able to stand stronger in your relationship. Does that make sense? Well, I hope it does as we unpack this video. Here's one of the major misunderstanding of many wives, and maybe you are one of them. See, many wives quietly assume something something like this. And this is how she's thinking. If he, her husband, if he wanted to connect, he put the phone down, right? Or he sees me walking past. He knows I'm right here, right? Have you ever had that moment where you may not have said anything, but you've thought that? So when nothing changes, your heart fills in the blanks. And how does it do that? What might it say? He's choosing distance. He's fine without me. Have you noticed how fast that story forms once it gets going and where it leads? So here is what's often happening underneath, because this is where the inner world of your husband is that most wives have never thought about or stopped to consider. And what happened is, unfortunately, many of the voices out there, the gurus, the experts, don't even themselves take the time to explain this. So what you're hearing here, maybe for the first time or maybe from a different perspective, I hope it is that many wives, as I said before, um, doesn't know what's happening underneath. Now, what I'm doing here is taking you behind the curtains because I'm a husband like your husband in many ways, and so like a very driven, I mean, provider driven husband, who feels the pressure and the responsibilities and all of that, and have been married for 40 years. I know, I understand him more than anybody else does because I'm like him. So, but what I'm going to share though is not to excuse. It doesn't excuse anything. For many driven men, right? Distraction tends to be a coping strategy, a mechanism. Is it right? It's not about debating what's right or wrong at this point. I'm just telling you what is happening. The phone, the TV, the work call, it's not about avoiding you, it's about escaping pressure. See, it's pressure he doesn't know how to talk about. It's pressure he feels responsible to manage. And in his mind, alone. Alone? Yes. Should he be sharing with you? Of course. But most men think that that's their responsibility, that's their job to not put that burden on their wives. So he stays occupied, busy, contained, right? I, is that making sense? And I hope this is landing differently when you hear it. So the question is, does it? Does it at least beginning to somehow making sense to some degree? So I know that the question becomes, okay, Kingsley, so if that's not what it is, what I'm experiencing and feeling, so what is it? Well, I want to reframe very gently what I think, what I know, what I've heard from so many husbands. You know, for over 20 years, I've been doing this as a licensed marriage and family therapist and coach. I've spoken to hundreds of couples, hundreds of wives, hundreds of husbands. And what I'm sharing with you is where I've heard that over and over again, and also from my own experience. So the distance you're feeling, dear wife, isn't because you're forgettable. It's often because your husband, doesn't know how to transition from managing life to being emotionally present. Sounds like a cop out, right? No, I know it may sound that way, but it's not. I'm again bringing you behind the curtains, and it's for you to believe it or trust it or not. I'm just telling you what is. And you're sitting there wondering why it feels so hard just to be seen. Isn't that what's hurting most? I would imagine. That's my guess. And I would love to hear if that's in any way is close to what it is you're feeling. You know, I've mentioned before working with wives and like yourself for over 2 decades. I mean, married for over 4 decades myself. I can tell you this quiet drift is one of the most common patterns I see. I've seen it and experienced it and lived it myself at different times. Thank God it's much better now than it was for me in the early stages. You know, I worked with a wife who said, Kingsley, we're always doing something, just never together. And by the way, if we've just met, I'm Kingsley Grant, and I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist and coach. So that's why I mentioned my name, just in case you say, "Oh, okay, that's his name." Yeah, I'm Kingsley. So I want to mention that. So, um, when this wife shared that with me, that we're always doing something, just never together. What I did for her was what I'm doing here. Once she understood what his distractions were really doing for him, she stopped interpreting them as rejection and imposing and projecting that onto her husband, who got also frustrated and irritated because he knows that that's not what he's doing. So that shift alone changed how she showed up, and the space between them started to soften. It took time, but it began to soften, right? So here's one small shift that I believe can be helpful to your situation. And I want you to think about this for a moment because what it is may sound counterintuitive. It may sound like, what? Yeah, I think so. The next time you notice the distance, notice it without reacting. It's not easy. It's easier said than done. I'm probably hearing that, but I know. Trust me on this one and humor me. The next time you notice the distance, notice it without reacting, without assigning a label, without without interpretation of it. Just notice it. That's what that's part of the NIP framework that I teach. And what it simply says, N is notice it. I says inhale to inspect what's happening. And the P is park it to pray and to pivot. That's the NIP. No confrontation, no withdrawal, just awareness before words. That pause keeps you from stepping into the old pattern. And isn't that what you've been trying to avoid? I would imagine. Proverbs 14, verse 1, one of my favorite scriptures. You may hear me over and over say this because I believe it's very applicable. It says, a wise woman or the wise wife builds her house. She builds her house. She builds it up. But the foolish one, or wife or husband, wife or woman, tears it down with her own hands. I believe that you are the wise wife and you want to build your home. That's why you're watching this. Building doesn't always look active. Sometimes it looks like restraint, timing, and wisdom. That's part of building as well. And you're learning that. You know, I want to mention before that I have unpacked this dynamic much more fully in my book, The Connected Wife, where I explain why emotional drift happens and how understanding restores closeness over time. Now, so by the way, if you're listening and thinking, I want to reconnect, but I don't want to push him further away. And I respect that. I admire that. It's a great thing to want to do, to restrain and not push your husband farther away. So I created a free guide, and the link is in the description below. 7 simple conversations to rebuild closeness. It gives you language that feels safe for you and for him. And it's less than 10 minutes of read, actually, maybe 7 minutes. And I believe 7 minutes of your time is worth a the relationship, right? The distance of a relationship and the longevity of a relationship, I would think. So you can have that at buildyourhappiermarriage.com/closeness, buildyourhappiermarriage.com/closeness, and the link will be in the description below. So let me just also, what I find many wives tend to forget, and I want to remind you of this, dear wife. Very, very important. I want to remind you of this. You're not background noise in your own marriage. It feels that way sometimes. You are a wise woman who builds. And I want you to remember that. You influence the emotional tone of your home without chasing, forcing, or pleading far beyond which you may give yourself credit for. You're more powerful than you've been taught to believe. You're the thermostat that sets a temperature. You're the neck that turns the head. And that's impactful. That's influence. That's who you are. But let me also say, dear wife, it's okay if this season feels lonely. If it's okay, it's normal, it's human, it's understandable. It's okay to want more than coexistence. God designed marriage for connection, not parallel lives under the same roof. Your longing is not wrong. So I want to kind of leave you with a question. I want you to think about it. I want you to not rush it, give some thought to it. And I'd love to hear your comment about it. And let's have a conversation. Here's a question. Where do you notice the distance showing up most? Different rooms, different screens, or different rhythms? I'd love to hear your thoughts. You don't have to share everything, but maybe chiming in on it would be great, right? And you're not alone in this, dear wife. I want to make sure that you understand this. And so, again, many wives live in this quiet, in between space. And maybe you're one of those, but you're not alone. And that's why I provided this 7 simple conversations to get you started. And I want you to know that you have more influence and you're the wise wife that's going to build your home. And I just pray and trust that God will use this in your life. And by the way, if you've not yet subscribed to this channel, it's a great time now to subscribe and share this with at least one other wife. And make certain that you'll watch this other video that will pop up on your screen in a few moments where we talk more about this kind of things. And so I hope you'll do that. So with that said, let me speak a blessing over you. May God bless you and keep you. And may he meet you in the quiet places of your marriage. May he give you wisdom without heaviness and courage without fear. And that's what he'll give you. And so remember this, you're also one gentle understanding shift away from the closeness your heart longs for. And that's it. God bless. And you don't have to walk this alone. May your marriage experience God's blessing and unity that you so long for. And make sure you subscribe and watch the other video I mentioned before. And I'll see you on the next video. God bless. See you then.